Hello, good morning guys! Welcome to our channel! First, we will show you the role of the youth in disaster preparedness and management. Before we start our vlog, magpapakilala muna kami sa isa't isa. Let's go guys! Ako nga pala si Alvin Quazon.
I am Jaila Mikabutin.
My name is Marvin Tapon.
Before we start, what is the role of the youth in disaster preparedness and management? Here are some role of the youth in disaster preparedness and management. Number 1 is sharing the message. Youth can help share the message of disaster preparedness, acting as change maker. Youth can act as change makers by sharing information they learn in youth preparedness programs and helping parents and communities to prepare for disaster. For example, by developing a disaster plan in disaster preparation kit. Number 2 is bringing creativity. Youth can bring creative and resourceful ideas to disaster preparation efforts. The next question is, what are you going to do if there is a disaster? During the disaster, act quickly. While there is a fire, stay close to the floor and move quickly to the nearest exit. Smoke makes it hard to see, and most fire deaths are caused by smoke's inhalation. Leave behind personal items. Second can make the difference between life and death. While there is an earthquake, get under sturdy furniture and next to an inside wall. Expect aftershocks and get outside and away from building as soon as you can. Trained rescuers may not arrive for hours to try to rescue others if you can. While there is a tsunami, if the water suddenly rushes away from the shore, move quickly to the higher ground. Expect more larger waves. While there is a tornado or a hurricane, go to a storm shelter without delay. In a flood, stay out of the flooded buildings. Avoid wading in or driving through water. Flood water can contain sewage and conceal dangers including debris, open manholes, and downed power lines. Did you know that 2 feet or 0.6 centimeters of moving water can carry a car away? More deaths in a flood result when people try to drive through moving water. If the authorities order evacuation, leave immediately. Let friends know where you are, or they may risk their lives looking for you. And then did you know that text messaging may be more reliable than telephone voice service? If the authorities directly residents to remain at home or shelter in place, stay inside. In case of an outdoor chemical, biological, or nuclear accident or attack, stay indoors, turn off ventilation, and sail all indoors. In a nuclear event, go to the lowest internal part of your building to reduce exposure to radiation. Listen to a local TV or radio news. Stay indoors until authorities announce that the threat has passed.
Do you need to prepare? Before the disaster, prepare. No one is immune to disaster. That's why preparation is our most important key to survival. But what does preparation involve? Prepare mentally. Acknowledge the fact that disaster happened and that you and your loved ones are potentially at risk. It is too late to prepare after disaster strikes. Learn about disaster that can happen in your area. Know where shelters are. Consider whether the constructions of your home and its location are as safe as possible. Remove fire hazards, install smoke detectors, and change their batteries at least once a year, if not more often. Prepare emergency supplies. power, water, phone, and transportation services can fail. If you own a car, try to keep the fuel tank at least half full and always have food, water, and an emergency kit in your home. Have access to the phone numbers of friends both near and far. Make and rehearse an escape plan. Know the nearest exits in your building as well as the emergency plan of your children's school. Set up family meeting places such as school or library, one's nearby and another outside your neighborhood. Authorities recommend that you practice walking with your family to those meeting points. Plan to help others, including the elderly and the infirm.
Last question is how can you help to others? Number 1, if you have money, donate a lot. Number 2, and if you have the strength to give, you can volunteer for those affected by disaster. Number 3, if you have the ability to donate goods and unused clothes, you can donate to them. We can also help to encourage them because they are still in the midst of or of emotionally injury. Symptoms include anxiety, depression, and mood swing as well as difficulty thinking, working, and sleeping. That's why they need a caring friend.
Time's been ticking, hearts are running. Think that Cupid's up to something. You ask me how I feel, I say nothing. But lately colors seem so bright, and the stars light up the night. My feet, they feel so light. I'm ignoring all the signs, I keep on fronting. Yeah, I stay bluffing. I keep you wondering, keep you hunting for my loving. But I crave us hugging. Yeah, I stay stubborn, cause I can't admit that you got all the strings and know just how to tug 'em.